So this is my latest quirky project. I've got X-Plane here, which is a flight simulator. This is my setup. I've got the screen here. I've got a Thrustmaster side stick. I've got some rudder pedals. But one of the problems is that the Cessna 152 and indeed the 172 has this thing here. This is the elevated trim wheel. In fact, I'll zoom into this for you. And this is very important because this helps you keep your aircraft in control. It stops you having to hoik back on the yoke all the time while you're flying. But one of the problems is I don't have any trim wheel on this joystick. So I thought it would be funny to lash something together to simulate a trim wheel. And I've come up with this. This is my homebrew trim wheel. What it is a little USB device which is called an Adafruit Trinkey, and on it I've soldered a rotary encoder, so it's like a rotational sort of switch thing, and I've put this lovely disc on here, fashioned out of the world's finest cardboard, and then I've programmed a little bit of code here which you can then load onto the Trinkey. And what I've done is this code basically simulates presses of the keypad, so of the keyboard. So if I rotate it clockwise, it simulates me pressing plus on the keyboard. If I rotate it anti-clockwise, it's keypad minus. Then in the flight simulator, I have configured it so that trim down is bound to Numpad minus and trim up is bound to Numpad plus. So this then gives me the ability to, if I press plus or minus, to move the trim wheel. Now what this code has done is it has allowed me to essentially type a plus or a minus by scrolling the wheel, and I can prove this to you. So let's just get rid of that. So here's my wheel here. Here we go. So if I start moving that, you will see I can't pluses and minuses appear just by moving that wheel. That means if I go over to X-Plane, you'll be able to see that if I move this wheel, the trim wheel, I'm going to have to bring this closer because I can't see what I'm doing. The trim wheel should move. So you've got my wheel there, you've got the trim wheel, and look, it's moving in the virtual machine. And it moves the other way if I move it up. So I now have a simulated trim wheel.